you, man?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Welcome to Let's Talk About It by Jimmy Mortgage, man. I see that you made it here from Brooklyn, right?
All the way from Brooklyn.
Yeah, all the way from
out.
Brooklyn.
It wasn't a bad ride, though. It was
Okay.
about 45 minutes, so it wasn't bad.
Okay, that's
was good.
That's not that bad.
No.
Considering New York, New Jersey, it's just like that. You get here, boom, let's go.
That's it, yeah.
Let's go. So Curtis, man, so you're a real estate professional and you with the SERHANT team or SERHANT company. How do you define that? How is that
SERHANT.
actually SERHANT? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So tell me what's going on in today's market. What are you seeing and how is it different from 2 years ago as of it today?
2 years ago from today is not a. What I'm noticing is that I'm seeing more marketing techniques, more of like visuals, more video techniques. I see that more.
That's becoming more popular now,
Yeah,
right?
social
Okay.
media is
Right.
is playing a big role into today's market with real estate. So that's the trend right now
That's
that I'm
the trend right
noticing.
now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would say like the call to action now is that if you're doing something that provides contextual information through video, that's where some are seeing that information and feeling comfortable saying, okay, I would like to work with Curtis Quow when it comes to real estate, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because what we're noticing is that a lot of consumers now
Right.
are doing more research online before they even meet you, and
That's
also
true.
on the property. So the more information, the more informative that these properties have,
Right.
They can make a better decision, and also they move quicker on it.
Right.
But now is how much information do you know now as far as with the property? So now once you meet that person, you could kind of like just build that trust factor.
Right. But it's also fair to say too, you still can't get away from the basics, right? You still got to make the phone calls.
Oh,
You still-
absolutely, 1000%.
That's still part of the process of making sure that you have different forms of funnels when growing your business or when someone's looking for someone like
Right.
that.
So basically, for entrepreneurs also in real estate, you still have to use different lead generation funnels to get
Right.
business. But as far as with the consumer now, they are they're well informed about whatever purchase they're looking for.
Right.
But for us as lead generation, you definitely got to make the calls, the emails, the follow ups,
Knock on the doors.
the knock on the doors, the letters,
Right.
the
Okay.
handwritten letters.
You still do those?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so someone that's successful in what he's doing, he's grown because he's still doing the basics, understanding that you still have to grow through social media and videos and so on and so forth.
Right. So it's like to me, I look at it as sports, right?
Right.
I look at real estate. I correlate it to sports because you still need the fundamentals, right?
Right.
You still got to practice. Still need the fundamentals, but you also got to add on additional, attributes. You got to add on additional skills,
Right.
while still keeping your fundamentals because you got to do both,
Right,
and
right.
also keep up with what's trending to keep you in front of more faces and more leads. So it's a lot.
Yeah. When you say basketball, right, you still got to make those free throws.
Still got to make the free throws.
Right.
Still got to have the fundamentals down, but also still add little tricks to your bag and also skills
Okay.
to keep up.
Fair enough. So, I mean, you've been successful in what you're doing, but at the same time, you took time to write out a book.
Yeah.
It's called Connected.
Yep.
Can we dive into that a little bit? And it's also on every platform when it comes to ordering books. And yeah, go ahead, speak on it.
So a little bit about my journey. Before I got into the book, before I get into the book Connected, I used to be an event coordinator, right?
Right.
So I used to do a lot of events in my younger years, and what I noticed was that was a certain skill that I developed doing these events.
Right.
Right. Now I transition those skills into corporate events.
Right.
So I do like New York real estate mixers. I do lifestyle events where I'll go to car dealerships. I'll go to small shops in Manhattan and just do these lifestyle events. Now, when I go back and look at it, it's all about networking. It's all about creating a network.
Right.
So what made me write this book was because a lot of people have been asking me, hey, Curtis, I want to create my own networking event. I want to do my own, mortgage event. I want to do my own, real estate event.
Right,
How do
right.
I do that?
Right.
And I asked them first, hey, listen, before you even do a networking event, do you really know how to network?
Right. That's important. You need
Right.
that ingredient, because if you don't have a network,
You can't throw
you
a network. You
get
can't do a
networking.
networking event. You
Right.
can't do an event if you don't know how to network.
Right.
So when I ask that question, people are like, no, I'm very shy. I'm an introvert. I don't know how to network.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Let me write out the fundamentals. Let me break down the ingredients.
So the recipe's in the book.
The recipe is in the book.
Okay.
The recipe is in the book.
Okay.
And it took me a while. It took me like 2 years to write the book. And I said, you know what? Let me now, share my thoughts to my audience and to my clients.
Right. And it's funny you said that, right? Because when I purchased the book, I got 2 copies, by the way. Of course, I had to support the brother.
Nice.
He's doing what he's doing. One of the things I like about books is like the first page usually keeps you informative. Like, do you want to read it, or how fast you're going to read it? Like, how are you going to contextualize
right?
the
The
information,
hook.
trying to get what's going on, right?
Yeah.
But the hook, like you said, was so important. Like I said, I read through the book really quickly on my flight to Nashville, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Right. It was easy to read, right? It was an easy read.
Easy read, no problems. And I'm looking at it, but one of my favorite chapters was chapter 3, was just like, it talks about a great network is like a well-built home. Its strength is on its foundation. Got to talk about that, man, because
Right.
I love that chapter.
I mean,
3,
it's true because when you're building a relationship or when you're building a network, you want people to trust you and you want people to move forward. So wherever you go, they go, right?
Right.
And before that could even happen, there's a level of trust and there's a level of foundation that needs to be built, and that takes time.
Right.
You can't build trust overnight. You can't build trust over a couple months. It takes a time. It takes
Right.
it's a consistent it's a consistent how could I say this? Is a consistent way of being authentic,
right.
and also showing the person who you are authentic wise, and being consistent with it, as long as you showing that you're not trying to have bad intentions,
Right.
or you're just trying to be a salesperson. It's like you're trying to get something out of it,
Right.
So that takes time, because remember, in New York and just overall, people don't trust nobody.
No.
Like, what is it in it for me?
Right.
Why are you
Why are you
calling
giving me? You're like, what is it? What are you trying to get
Right.
from me?
So-
Like, what's going on? What's happening, right?
Exactly. So people don't understand that when you build trust, it comes with a lot of just time,
Right.
giving value without anything in return,
Right.
and being consistent and having empathy.
Right.
Empathy plays a huge part in building a relationship, because sometimes a lot of us go through a lot of stuff in life,
Right.
and we still have to smile, right? We still have to conduct business. But if you know the other person on the other side has empathy and understands where you're coming from, it brings their guard down a little bit more, because
It comes
they
across
understand.
genuine. It comes across genuine. It definitely
Right.
does, because especially when it comes to what we provide, right? Value and shelter. If you're hiding, if you're not being authentic, if you're not keeping it real, like they would say, then how do you want that person to instill their life savings into something that you said that it may work out for them? So they always have to try to validate that, and you have to make sure every time you're not as guarded, but showing your display of like, yo, I got you, I'm gonna take care of you. You know what? When we finish with this, does your family member also need another house, right? Like,
Right.
because you're just, it's like the wheel, right? It's spinning, and that's how you grow your business. Your real referral, I mean, the person you work with is your referral partner.
Correct.
Who then grows these trees. That's what you're doing today. That's why you're successful at when it comes to real estate, right?
Right.
You have the ingredients, and it's in your book called Connected.
And the funny thing is that the people that attend my events,
Right.
I haven't done any business with them, period. And they've been coming to my events for over 7 years, and I don't ask them for $1. I don't, because my events are free.
Right.
And sometimes they don't give me the business. I mean, I will do business with them, but they refer me business.
Okay.
So the people that attend my events usually are the people that I don't do business with. Is the people that they refer me to that don't even attend my events.
Right, which makes sense.
So it's
Right.
like, I'm showing you, I'm giving you value. I'm creating different resources for you at my events,
Right.
with no charge, right? just keep me in mind whenever you need help or somebody in your immediate family or in your friends need help, and that's what happens.
So was this fair to say you're the founder of New York Mixer, right? How has that journey been, right, from inception to today? How is it what you thought it would be today?
No. So I always get this question asked all the time.
Okay.
So I started the NYREM, the New York Real Estate Mixer, about 7 years ago as a home buying seminar.
Okay.
So it was strictly for just home buyers. I was building my business. I needed a pipeline of buyers. So I had to ask myself, okay, how could I use my skills and just create a foundation for just buyers for me immediately, in the palm of my hands, right here.
Right.
And what I did was I started doing these events as a home buying seminar, not knowing that bankers started to attend, a banker started attending, attorneys started attending, real estate professionals started attending, and I could have told them this is only for first time buyers. I could have said that.
You could have, right?
But it evolved into something different. I mean, it evolved into something bigger than I expected, and it just became a hub for just networking for all real estate industries.
Right.
So I just let it be, and now it's one of like the most known real estate events in I would say the tri-state area.
That's a great argument because you're doing what you're doing. Like every time, once a month, someone's like, "Yo, you going to Curtis joint? You going to Curtis joint? You going to Curtis joint?" And you've built a book of business, and I got to give you flowers now. That's not easy because I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of ups and downs.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
We've seen, and especially during the pandemic where things were shut down, but you're still trying to figure out when we come out of this situation, how do I bring the crowd back into doing what we're doing, right?
Well, it was easy.
It was easy.
It was super easy.
Okay.
Yeah, because
it was contained, I guess.
Everybody
right?
was
contained, right?
I mean, remember, everybody was cooped up in the house.
Right.
People were just speaking to their spouse or their partner, and people were literally like dying to network.
Right,
so once they gave us the green light to have an event, I mean, I already knew it was gonna get
like,
sold
go,
out. I
go
already
time.
knew.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
If you didn't know how to do a real estate event, or if you didn't do an event, you could have did an event the first month, and it would have been a landslide.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was easy. Okay. It's just now, how do you keep it consistent every single month? That's the hard part.
Well,
every month. Yeah.
But it's an ingredient too, right? Because you talk about how you can do it. It's just, again, going back to what you said in the first series of questions, being genuine with what you have, right? Because the more you open up about what value you can provide, I promise you more is just going to come and just give you different ideas.
It's a snowball effect, man. And I tell people, just being genuine, man, just provide value to people that you don't want nothing in return, and it will come back to you 10 times fold.
Hey, that's how I met Curtis. I mean, like, I didn't just call him like, "Yo, Curtis, holla at me. I'm Jimmy Mortgage." Like,
no.
Who the hell is you? Like, what are you doing here? Like, I had to show up a couple of events, mutual friends, and so on. And that's how I got the opportunity to have you on my show. It's just me showing that whatever it is, it's just a genuine relationship. Whatever happens from this, it's gonna be okay, because at the end of the day, it's value for value, and we're gonna maximize this bad boy.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And I appreciate this opportunity because this could be a platform for somebody that hasn't known, that haven't heard of me,
right,
or heard of me and didn't know what I was doing, and now they get a chance to kind of like see the inside scoop on like how things are done, and also they have a familiar face, which is you speaking to me as a cosign. So now they're like, oh wait, you know what? Maybe this guy is pretty cool.
Right.
Let me check it out.
Let me check it out. Right.
Let me check it out. Cosign for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Curtis, when someone thinks of SERHANT, they think of luxury listing.
Yeah.
Can you explain that you cover all bases when it comes to listing homes?
Listen,
you got to get that mindset.
I'm a transaction agent, man. Listen, I do the rentals, I do the luxuries, I do the co-ops, the condos. I'm a transactional agent.
A transactional agent.
Transactional.
Right? So
I'm going to make it work. Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of the day, someone's coming to you, regardless of the price point, I'm going to help you.
Regardless of the price point, I'm going to help you. As long as you're motivated and you're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Okay. And also, too, in today's world, how do you see real estate now than the past 6 months? Because we have a new administration in. So we're not going to talk about politics. That's not what we're talking about.